Hello again. It is I, Kim, or Kimberly, Crafty Teacher DIYs, coming at you with the very first Teacher Tries It Tuesday. So, it is not Tuesday. I'm recording this on Sunday when I record, like, the world. And like I said in the other video, you will see my hair dry throughout this process. But, as you can see, I have started to try to, I was just like kind of seeing, is this what I want to do? Is this the frame I want? Blah, blah, blah. For my two finishes. And now it is time to FFO them. That's right. We are going to try to fully finish them. So this is going to be painful. And I know this. And I'm going to be putting these videos together. I'm probably going to be doing like little bits here and there before, but I ideally want to finish this before I film my floss tube today so you guys can see them as an FFO. Cross our fingers that this does not take 10 hours to do, because yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking it's going to end up being. So for anybody new, welcome to the very first Teacher Tries It Tuesday. I will try some other different things. You can see I've got my ironing board kind of back here with some of materials that I need. I've got some other materials back here. I'm going to try to do the majority of it right here, but I don't know how that's going to go. So yeah, there you have it. There we are. I sometimes have difficulty like pausing the video recording. So if you see me like struggling, that's what it is. Okay. So as you can see, I have my safe space. This is by StephXStitch off of Etsy. I did finish it. This is just a simple little frame that I got from Walmart. I don't know if I'm going to keep the glass in it or not, but it fit really nicely in here just as it was. But I want to put some of this backing on it, some of this. I know what it's called, but I can't think of it right now. I'm going to put some of that on it just to make sure that the stitching stays secure. And then, yeah, I want to put this kind of by my classroom. And this one, so I was watching Kathy from Hands On Design, and she finished one of her chalkboard series stitching. I can't think what they're titled right now, but she just did this, and she had a couple people kind of finishing them into pin cushions, and I was like, I can do that for this, only I won't make it into like the big puffy one, but I will have it be a little bit more secure and rather than what you see here. But this was me just trying it out, saying, hey, do they fit? Is it going to work? Is it what I want? And the answer was yes, yes, and yes. So I just need to get, ooh, I forgot my upholstery thread and a sharp needle. Good thing that I got sharp needles like right here, and my upholstery thread is in there. So we'll get to that. But yeah, so for right now, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take these out. And I am going to go ahead and iron the, well, I'm going to get the iron going because it's not on right now. And then I'm going to put this and get this onto my stitching to keep my stitches nice and secure. What is this called? Vanna from the, is she the Twisted Stitcher? All of a sudden I can't remember Vanna's YouTube channel name. She uses this. She's got like bolts of it. 44F. But it's just a nice big piece of where you iron it on to the backing of your piece so that it stays and holds your threads. It also gives it a little bit more support and security. Granted, on this Ada, like, I'm not worried about this Ada. This Ada is nice and stiff. I'm just saying. So, yeah, that's that. Let me get this out of here, do some cuts, do some snips to get them lined up, and get it going on the rest of life, as you might say. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back there right now. And let's see, I don't need to cut a piece that big. I had some scissors here. I should use my fabric scissors. Where are my fabric scissors? My fabric scissors are with my other pieces of fabric. Of course they are. Of course they are. So, oh, here's these'll work. These'll do. These will do the job. So you can see here, this is why I'm like, I need to secure these, because I did an extra stitch all the way around the outside of this. So my back is okay. Could be better. Could be worse. But yeah, so the stitches stay in there. That's all that matters. Carried some threads on this one, so shh, nobody's gonna know that but us. Nobody's gonna know that but us. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead, and that's pretty good. I'm gonna cut most of this off anyway, so I don't want to use too much of this. The first time I went to get this, couldn't find it at Joann's. Second time I went, well, I don't know if I went for this specifically, but I went a second time and then I found it. So I was all pleased. I was a pleased little girl on that one. Whoops, sorry. This setup is not exactly the best, but it does the job. So let's see. Did I cut off enough? Ah, yeah, that'll be good. That's good. Marvelous. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. Okay. I'll fold that later. So I now need to plug in my iron. I need to iron that. I need to, what I'm going to do, kind of off camera, you don't need to watch me struggle with that, is I'm going to take this foam core. Ooh, I need to find my hot glue gun as well. I'm going to take this foam core and I'm going to cut a 6-inch circle out of the foam core. I'm going to also cut a 6-inch circle of this mat board for the kind of backing fabric that I'm going to either use. I don't think I have enough of this to get around my 6-inch there. Yeah, that's not gonna go. That's not gonna work. So I'm gonna use, I made a project bag out of this stuff, so I can use a little piece of it. I got so much fabric of it. So I'm gonna use a little piece to go with my intersectional flag on the back of that one. And I'm gonna cut that out. I'm going to cut these out so you won't see me struggle with that. And then I'm gonna iron this on and then I'll be back. Deal? Deal. Now, if I can figure out how to get this thing to stop recording, that would be great. Okay, so I have cut out 2 6-inch circles, one out of the 1/4-inch foam board. And the idea from what Kathy was saying is that this should kind of slide right in. And I think that when I couldn't find my hot glue gun, I seriously need to do some like sorting and organizing. I think I loaned it to my mom, and yeah, I don't know where it went from there. But this is tight enough that I'm not too worried about it, especially when I go and I put this on the outer side. You know, once I put the outer loop, I think it'll be okay. But so there's this one which the actual piece is going to go onto. And then what was really neat is that she also said to cut out a 6-inch circle. You'll notice that the door is open now because people left I'm by myself, so the dogs can go in and out and they don't have to bug me. But yeah, so the 6-inch circle will eventually just pop right onto the bottom, but you wanted the hot glue gun so that it would stay. So there would be like a nice backing fabric on this inside the hoop, so that you wouldn't see the inside of that as well. So one of the other things that Kathy said to have was the double-sided sticky tape. And that is for like putting the batting onto the foam board. And here's the thing, I'm just using some of this 2-sided fusible stuff. I'm just doubling it up. That's all I'm gonna do. And then you guys can see that I think that'll give me a nice poof to it without being like too poofy. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So it's coming together. So now I just need to do a little trimming. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. I think that'll work well. So I'm going to do some trimming. I'm going to do a little bit of trimming of this, and then I'm going to baste using some upholstery thread that I had. I just got it at Michael's. They had a whole big old section of it, and I'll be dipped if I didn't manage to find some hand needles, which included a tapestry needle. So I mean, that's what I'm going to use to baste around the edge, and then we'll keep going from there. So my computer can't handle like a ton of videos, which is why I'm not like going to record the entire process. But I'll probably pop on when I get a little bit of basting done toward the end, and then with the next part. I'll start with the next part. So we'll see in a little bit. Okay, y'all, I did my basting, but I didn't make that long enough. Anyway, so I have it was funny because they called it a shower cap, and I think it does look a lot like a shower cap. So I have my shower cap ready to be pulled. So cross your fingers. See how this goes. Pull it tight, and then let's adjust a little bit because I can see some of the red is not right. Looking pretty good. Not bad for the first time I'm trying to do something like this. Gotta pull it tighter over there, but I'm gonna lace through the back, so I think this will be great. This is looking pretty good. Super excited. I cut off way more than I probably should have, but that's okay. It's a learning experience, right? It's a learning experience. Oh, guys, that looks so good. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am about this. All right, teacher tries it. She can do it. She can do it. All right, I am going to knot this off and pull out another section of embroidery thread, and then I'm going to or upholstery thread, my fault. Embroidery thread. What am I thinking? Oh, guys. Oh, y'all, this is looking good. It's just the right amount of poof. I'm glad I did what I did with that. Oh, super cute. I guess it could come a little bit over this way. I don't want to pull too much on my stitches though. But, all right. Lacing is next, y'all. Lacing is next. So I know she said to kind of go across like this. But obviously, like I said, I need to get some more upholstery thread because this is not long enough. But I can tell this is doing the trick here, people. This is doing the trick. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Well, I'll just keep going for a little while longer because I didn't realize that my last clip was only 3 minutes. But I turned on Jessie for mislaid pages while I was basting. So, I mean, you know, I was making my shower cap. I think I'm going a little extra now with this amount of upholstery thread. But that's all right. I will be okay if I don't just drop it everywhere. Look at this, like it's humongous. So, okay, I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna cut that off, and then I'm gonna thread this one. I don't know if this is how she did it, but all I'm doing is I am threading it this way, and then I match up the other end. Eventually. I made a gigantic knot the last time, but this time I'm gonna do 1, 2, get this right on that other one, and really tight. See, me and my knots. Anybody got some tips on how to get them knots in the same stinking place? Because, yeah, I've always had trouble with that. Alright. I'll go one more time. That's alright. There's an extra knot now if I absolutely have to, like, rely on it. Because I'm going to be pulling pretty stinking tight, so I don't want this to come through. I don't think that's coming through. Just a thought. I don't think that's coming through. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go from the other side again. We'll go from here because that's kind of where it was going to be pulling from before. Okay, I got way too much end there. All right, so let's start it up here. I bump my rig here. Sorry guys. It's probably why I might not be able to do this whole thing on camera. I'll try to do as much as I can though. So I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I'm trying to go kind of and use my basting stitch too as like a grounding factor, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not. I am. We'll see how it goes. And she just said to move around the circle, so move around the circle. I do have a very sharp piece of thread though. I got a sharp needle here. That tapestry needle is pretty darn sharp. Poked myself I don't know how many times with this one. So there's another one that I want to do, which is from the Halloween Just Cross Stitch magazine with Autumn Lane Stitcheries, their Happy Halloween that would also be finished in a circular one, so maybe I'm getting practice for that. This is a trial. See how it goes. I just stabbed myself with the needle. I'm gonna have to pause because I don't want blood even on the back of this, so give me a hot second. Okay, lacing's dangerous. Thought I'd throw that out there. Might want to make sure you're paying attention to yourself. Anyway, so yeah, no, I really want to do Autumn Lane Stitcheries Happy Halloween, and they finished that one. Well, she didn't finish that one. why am I drawing a blank? Cassandra, right? Cassandra didn't finish it. She did the sample stitch, but she didn't actually do the finishing on it. And they just cross stitch did the finishing, but Cassandra was, I just stabbed myself with the other one. My other finger. Man, this is dangerous. This is dangerous, y'all. Dangerous, I tell you, dangerous. She didn't finish it. She said that they should have finished it in like a dark, like a black hoop. So I might do that. Uh-oh. But this is looking really good. Okay, well, I need more upholstery thread. So let's go ahead and knot this off. I need to get a couple more in a couple more places, but this isn't bad. Not bad. I know that there's going to be plenty of people who are going to be like, girl, you know you should have done this instead, right? You know you should have done it this way. I'll take it. Any constructive criticism will be okay by me. But look, it's turning out really good. So, hey, I can't complain right now. That's pretty good. That's nice and tight in there. Oh, okay. Let's get another section of embroidery thread off and see how it goes. Oh, by the way, let's not throw it on the floor this time, shall we? Just a heads up. This is a lot of upholstery thread. Just a lot of it. I don't know why I keep saying embroidery thread, because that is not the same thing. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause this. I'm going to finish lacing up the back nice and tight. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to lace up. It's basically the same thing that Kathy had them do for the pin cushion. I'll link her video down below that I'm kind of like using her directions to kind of finish this. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish doing this off screen, so that way I can finish watching Jessie from Mislaid Pages and maybe not stab myself again. That would be great. And then we'll kind of put it all together. Although I will say, because I'm like, you guys are like sitting here going, girl, this is just boring watching you do all this. Except for when you stab yourself. Now we find that entertaining. Anyway, so I'm going to do that off screen so that you guys don't get that pleasure anymore. And then I'll be back to kind of put it all together. But the only thing I don't have, like I said, is my hot glue gun. And the only thing that she really did with the hot glue gun was kind of glue it into place permanently. So if it comes down to it and like I go to, like, because this is going to hang in my classroom at school. So the only thing that I can think is, I know I've got a hot glue gun at school. And I know I've got one here too. So it's just a matter of finding them. And then if it's coming apart, then I will go ahead and find that and then make sure that I just glue it in there permanently. So, okay. Talked enough. I've got another length of upholstery thread going. I'm going to go ahead and get this done. I'm going to go ahead and cut a little section of my rainbow fabric that I'm going to put in the back of it, and I will return momentarily for you, but it's going to be a little bit longer for me. So, and you can see my progress. Okay. See you in a bit. Y'all, I messed up. So I had to undo all that. I did. You want to know why? because I tried to start squeezing this thing after I had laced it with everything in this part, right? And then all of a sudden I was realizing that that was really tough to do. And then I was like, hey, wait a minute. You were supposed to put it around the hoop. And then this is what's supposed to squeeze it on the outside. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be right back, because I know it looks red, but it's actually blonde. So total blonde moment. And then now you can see that I'm going to be really struggling with the amount of fabric that I'm gonna have and be able to use to lace. So I definitely cut that way too short. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, y'all, I just went ahead and after I had fixed my snafu, I went ahead and I put it in there, and take a look, it looks good. I'm super excited. It's got a little bit of a poof to it. I don't know, well, see, first of all, I went ahead and I cut but look, that's not gonna snap in there, because it's just not. So I do have brown, like, framing fabric, or framing paper on the back, and I see why, like, she says to hot glue this, by the way, just as an FYI. So I think what I'm going to do is I am just going to put on the back of this that brown framing fabric, or brown framing paper, and I'm just going to hide all that stuff, and it's just going to hang on the wall. I have one done. I did it. I think it looks pretty cute. Not bad for my first FFO, if I do say so myself. After a lovely little snafu in the meantime. I don't know if I'm, like, I tried to pull this tighter, but it didn't pull. Like, I know that the top and the bottom, like, ended up being, like, right on it, but for some reason I straight up could not pull these. I mean, I could try, I guess, but I don't think you're going to be able to pull very much at all on that. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna make too big of a difference anyway. So yeah, I like it. I think it's cute. I think I probably might go back and paint this black, because I don't know that I like the wood, but I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy. It turned out pretty good. So that is one done. Well, kind of. So let's take a look. Number two is my safe space. Now, lacing will be pretty easy, but when I put it in this with just this backing, like on the stand piece, like, it just fit in there. So I might have to do just the, not the foam, not the 1/4 inch foam core, because I think if I did 1/4 inch foam core, it would just fit in there. Anyway, sorry, I'm trying to find a piece that I cut off of the foam core. Here we go. So let's see. Yeah, see, if I did the foam core, the piece would, like, be right on the back like that. So I might have to just do the mat board. Should I double up the mat board? Maybe? If I double up the mat board, then do a little bit of the interfacing, by the way, I remembered the word, and then lace it, and then go ahead and use that brown fabric again, because I do have double-sided acid-free tape. So it would hide the back of it, but I wouldn't necessarily be able to hang it. It did come with a cute little, maybe if I do it on mat board, just a single thing of mat board, this might fit over it. I'll try that. I'm going to leave the glass in, and I'm going to use a little bit of interfacing just to give it a little bit of something behind it, especially considering I'm just going to use the mat board, and then we'll go from there. I think so. Give me a hot second. I'm going to pause, and I'm going to cut out a piece of mat board that's this size. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the interfacing too, and then we will get started on the lacing part of it. All right. Hold please. I will be right back. Okay. So, look. I actually got a ruler and a pencil because we're not going to make the same mistake with this one, making sure that I got enough fabric on this. That's the goal on this one today. All right. So I did cut a little bit. Obviously, you can see, I know I probably shouldn't use interfacing because, well, you know, it's a little bit more expensive than batting, but that's just the way it's gonna be. Okay, so I think I'm just going to measure. Let's go ahead. Let's give myself some space here. I'm gonna do. Let's just do 1 1/4 inches, okay? There's 1 1/4 inches from there, and 1 1/4 inches from there. So let's go ahead and just lightly mark that. Even if. So let's just cut on that. I know the light fusible interfacing isn't necessarily as big as this, but if I absolutely have to, I can cut it down. So I went 1 1/4 inches, so I'm going to go 1 1/4 inches on all of my other sides as well. See? Actually, it's a little bit more than 1 1/4 inches, but that's okay. We'll still live. But that's all right. We are going here. And 1 1/4 inches is here. Let's just go ahead. I'm not going to cut all the way off on this one. I'm just going to actually, let's just go ahead and get my 1 1/4 inches on this side. Watch me not have a straight line over there. Say, by the way, you're a teacher. I'm glad you don't teach math anymore on how to use a ruler. The kids are like, it's supposed to be a helicopter. That's why it's got this hole so it can spin. No, that's not why. But I appreciate the thought. That's a pretty good thought there. That is not why. Alright, we're going to just go with that line right there, and we're going to go with this one. I think it's a little bit more than 1 1/4 inches, but I don't care. Whoa. I think I used the wrong line on this. We're just going to use this one right here, because I can see the eta, the lines for the eta there. That's why I'm just going to go ahead and use that as my marking there. Let me fix this one too. Sorry, I moved you. Again, you guys know I got like a funky little setup going on over here. See? It's just the way that's gonna be. Alright, let's use that one right there. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna cut this out. Right on that line. I know I should get my fabric scissors. Makes my life a lot easier, but some other time. not today. Just not today. I just kind of want to get this done. It's been looming over my head. I've had these finished since, well, I've had this thing finished since June. So I'm like, it's time. It's time to get this FFO'd. I think I was just a little nervous at first. And then now I'm just kind of like, let's forget it. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go. Yeah. That's right. All right. I think I'm gonna use this as the actual backside. And I think I might not have cut this quite square, but that's okay. I don't really care. Oh, jeez. I need more space, guys. I need more space. I did it to myself again. I did not leave myself enough space. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I thought about cheating and just using the double-sided tape, you know, so that I could get through it that way. But it looks like I'm gonna have to go the hard way. Looks like it's gonna have to be the hard way. Alright, well, but it's gonna look good. So, I'm happy. Alright, you guys. Look at how much room I'm giving myself. I'm not giving myself any room. Good Lord. Who told me I could do this? Well, it wouldn't be The Teacher Tries It if it wasn't something new. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna lace this sucker up because I think that's the only option available to me at this point. And yeah, so I'll be back. Deal? Alright, well, I'm going to probably try to edit the little mishaps that it takes for me to like search around to get this thing to pause, but I can't believe I did it again. I needed way more. Why aren't you guys like, you're probably yelling at the camera going, you need more space. It's okay. We'll get it. Okay, here we go. We're putting the last little bit in. Oh, see, I did this. Oh, geez, where's all the fuzzies coming from? I thought about like stitching these down. I saw Stitcherista do it, Danielle at Stitcherista. I saw her do hers, but I thought about them too late. And I'm pretty much going to put this sucker in here and then like never take it back out. So, yeah, I'm thinking I might be able to get away with not worrying about that too much. What am I doing? Did you guys see that? I'm telling you. Not all there sometimes. Alright. And it's in. Okay. Now. That's pretty thick, guys. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this back on her. I think it's kind of crooked. Okay, let's hang on a second here. We gotta see if we can do some salvaging here because that's looking a little crooked to me. All right, let's try it again. You're like, yeah, because that's gonna work. You never know. It might just save me because I don't want to go back and undo all that. I'm just saying. And I feel like it went too far the other way. I think I'm just gonna be okay with this. I think I'm gonna be okay with this. All right. Now. Oh, there was something. Over here somewhere, there's like a little clip that goes on the back of this that will kind of be used to help hang it, if you will. All right, let's take out the glass because I think I need a little bit. I think I need a little bit extra room on that. I think I need a little bit extra room for that back specifically to be able to go on there. I'm sure if I didn't want the glass to be on there, I could get it off. I could probably make it work. I put a little bit of backing on there, so glue that down in there. Nobody's gonna look at the back. Nobody's gonna look at that back. At least I hope they don't. Alright, well, it's not very puffy. I mean, it's a little puffy. I don't know if I like that with or without the glass. But I think I'm gonna go without the glass for now. And then if I need to, I still have the glass. I can throw it in there. I gotta find that hanger though. I gotta find the hanger for it. I do have some brads and stuff that I could, you know, make my own frames. It was something I was gonna try, but never got around to. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go without the glass for right now. Although I did like the glass on there. That was just way too thick. Because the glass like popped out. It was like just that width of that glass is like exactly what I needed to fit that back on there. So yeah, I'm counting them. FFO'd. I got two. I got two FFOs. Two FFOs. Lots of stops and starts. Lots of mistakes. Lots of things I can change. But that's going to be on a Frame It Friday since I've kind of learned my lesson from the Teacher Tries It Tuesday. So welcome to the Teacher Tries It Tuesday. I got two FFOs. I got to get out of here because I got to finish lesson planning and I still got to record my floss tube. I got to edit these stinking videos. Maybe I'll talk my roommate into doing it for me. He won't do it. The only thing that I have left, guys, is I do have some acid-free tape floating around in my room somewhere that I'm just going to put on the back. I'm probably going to do that a little bit later just to kind of protect that a little bit more. But for the most part, I'm going to count them done. I think they're looking pretty good. I don't know why, but for a while there, I thought this 4x6 frame was just going to be not big enough. So I got some other frames, and then it turns out they were perfect. So I don't see any of my carried threads, which makes me happy. Do you see? Oh, it's looking pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. It's pretty good to me. This is probably not my best stitching, but yeah. So let me know what you think. Yay! All right, guys, you have a good one. If you like the Teacher Tries It Tuesday, like I said, I've got some other crazy projects that I'm thinking about trying out that aren't necessarily FFOing things, but I also have some other FFOs that I want to try, like strawberries and things. The Biscornu, I think is how you're supposed to pronounce it if you watch the Steel City Stitchers. I still have to stitch those though, so that's going to be a little bit longer. But this is the first Teacher Tries It Tuesday. Welcome. If you decide to like and subscribe, please do so. I would appreciate it. And let me know what you want to see me try sometime. This is a busy week for videos, so I hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you all next time on Teacher Tries It Tuesday, on my floss tube, on What's in the Box Wednesday, or on Frame It Friday. So, bye guys.